Hi, welcome to English 10B Unit 6, audio number 10, reading and lecture of Lost in Yonkers with myself, Miss Amador. Today I have two guests with me that will be recording and they'll be playing the voice for, my nephew will be playing Jay, I will be Aunt Bella, and my sister Amanda will be playing Artie. Okay, so let's get started. Again, just the introductory scene. We have the two boys that are waiting in the hot room, waiting for their dad, who's been talking to his mother, their grandmother, in the room for a really long time. And then crazy Aunt Bella here, pictured, is talking with Artie and Jay. So we are on page 12, midway down, starting with Jay.
He looks at Artie, then at Bella. I don't think the actors feel it. They're just pictures on the screen.
Well, I know that, silly. I meant they'd be happy to know that people who were watching their movies were nice and cool, so we enjoyed the movie better.
Oh, right. I bet they would.
I bet I know what would make you two cool in a second. How about a big ice cream soda deluxe with everything in it? Look at your faces lighting up. Come on, I'll make it for you downstairs.
I think we have to wait here. Pop will be out in a second, and he wants us to see Grandma.
Well, I'll bring them up here. That's no trouble. What kind? Chocolate, vanilla, butter pecan? What's your favorite, Artie?
All of them.
I can make that with 3 different kinds of ice cream. I used to make one with 4 different kinds. They were selling like crazy, but we lost a fortune. How long ago did she ask for me?
Grandma? A couple minutes ago.
Did you tell her I was here?
No, we told Pop we saw you from the window, but maybe he didn't say anything to her.
It doesn't make any difference. She heard my footsteps coming up the stairs.
How? Isn't she partly deaf?
Oh, sure, but the other part hears perfectly. What about a small sundae, chocolate ice cream with hot fudge sauce and some whipped cream and chopped walnuts? Are you going to say no to that, Arthur? I bet you can't. Say no. Let me hear you.
It sounds like just a small one.
He can't. We're having dinner soon. It's just that Pop told us to wait.
Oh, your father. He never takes anything from anybody. I couldn't even give your mother a cup of coffee. Did you know that? Where is she anyway?
She's dead. Mom's dead.
Yes, I know. I mean, where is she buried?
At Mount Israel Cemetery in the Bronx. You were at the funeral, remember?
You mean the first time?
What do you mean, the first time?
When I came in the car, not the bus?
The bus?
No, I'm thinking of someone else. Sometimes my mind wanders. The kids in school used to say, "Hello, Bella, Lost and Found called and said, come get your brains." But I didn't think that was funny. I bet you miss Mom a lot, don't you? Don't you, Artie?
Yeah, a lot.
She was a lot like your father. Very independent, stuck to her own family mostly. She didn't get along too well with your grandmother. Nobody does. My sister Gert was once engaged to a man. She brought him over to meet Grandma. The next day he moved to Boston.
That's too bad.
Don't tell Grandma I said that.
I won't.
What?
I won't.
You're both so shy. I used to be shy. Grandma didn't like me to talk too much. I had a lot of friends, but I didn't talk to them. It's a shame your mother couldn't have had more children. She didn't, did she?
No.
No, because it would be easier for you now that she's gone. Big families are important when you have trouble in your life. We were a big family. Me and your father and Louie and Gert. That was before Rose and Aaron died. Rose was just a baby, but Aaron was almost 12, so I didn't know Rose as well as Aaron. You never knew them, did you?
I don't think we were born yet.
No, I don't think so. My father died before I was born, but I wasn't sad about that.
That's good.
Because I loved him so much. Did you know you could love somebody who died before you were born?
I guess so.
Because I knew he would have taken care of me, like your father takes care of you. You know what I mean?
I think so.
So what about the sundae? It's going to sit down there melting on the counter if I make it and you don't eat it. Last time I'm asking, Arthur, yes or no?
I'd like to. Maybe later.
No, not later. It's too late now. I'm not asking you again. You hurt my feelings, the both of you. You tell your father to teach you better manners before I'm ever nice to you again. I know you miss your mother, but that doesn't mean you can be disrespectful to me. I always liked your mother, whether she took coffee from me or not. And you can tell that to your father, the both of you. You hear me? I'm sick of it. She goes into the bathroom and slams the door hard. Jay and Artie just look at each other.
You see why I don't like to come here too much?
The bedroom door opens and a bedraggled Eddie comes out and looks around. Where's Aunt Bella? I thought I just heard her.
She's in the bathroom.
I heard the door slam. Did you say anything to upset her?
Yeah, everything.
Is it time to go up, Pop?
We'll go when I tell you. You haven't even seen your grandmother. Stop rushing me. You just got here, didn't you?
It's okay. Talk as long as you want, Pop.
And then the three of us have to talk. You, me, and Artie. He knocks on the bathroom door. Bella, it's Eddie. Mama wants to see you. It's her back again. Bella? Is she all right?
How do you know when she's alright?
Hey, no remarks about Aunt Bella, you hear me? She loves you boys. Always has. She'd do anything for you two. So just sit there and be quiet. God, my head is splitting. He goes back into the bedroom and closes the door. The bathroom door opens and Bella steps out, holding a towel and oil. Was that your father banging on the door just now?
Yes.
Is he angry with me?
With you? No.
I hope not. Do I look better?
Better than when?
Than before, when you said I wasn't looking well.
I didn't say that.
Then who said it? Jay?
Maybe. Did you say it, Jay?
Nobody said anything.
Oh, I know. It was Grandma. She didn't like the way I looked today. She hates this dress. I made it myself.
Really?
It took me almost a year.
Grandma wants you, Aunt Bella.
Oh, yeah. As soon as I finish Mama's rub, I'll start dinner. Are you boys hungry?
I don't know. Jay knows. Tell her, Jay.
I'm not so sure we're staying for dinner.
Of course you are. You think I'd let you go all the way home without dinner? Are you going to say no to me again, Artie?
I'm not. I'm eating. I'm hungry. No matter what Jay does, I'm eating.
Well, we're all eating. It's Sunday. The family always eats together on Sunday. And you think about what you want for dessert, Artie, because whatever you want is what you're going to get. Start thinking now.
I started. I want a big ice cream soda with a sundae with whipped cream and hot fudge sauce. Is that okay?
Sounds perfect to me, and don't give any to Jay. He missed the deadline. She puts her nose up to Jay and goes into Grandma's room.
Don't be mad. I had to say it. I was afraid she was going to strangle me with the towel.
It's up to Pop. We'll see what Pop says.
Artie lies on the sofa. The bedroom door opens. Eddie comes out. He looks strained. He crosses to the open window and takes a deep breath of air. Jay, get me a glass of water, please.
Right, Pop?
He rushes into the kitchen. It must be over 100 in here. Get your shoes off the sofa. What's wrong with you?
I'm feeling kind of faint.
What do you mean faint? Kids your age don't faint.
Maybe I'm getting older.
Here you go, Pop. Nice and cool.
Don't spill it on the rug. He takes the glass and drinks, then puts the glass down. All right, time to talk. Sit down, Jay, next to Artie. Jay sits on the sofa next to Artie. Eddie sits on the stool. He is thinking about how to start. I wanted to tell you boys. And suddenly he breaks and tears come to his eyes. He quickly tries to stifle it. He wipes his eyes. He goes to the window for some air.
Is anything the matter, Pop?
It's so dang hot in here, isn't it? So I just had a talk inside with your grandmother because I've had a problem. When your mother and I had a problem, we always try to keep it from you boys because we didn't want to worry you. The first year she was sick, I never even told you about it. Well, you can't keep cancer a secret forever. You knew without me telling you, didn't you, Jay?
Yes, Pop.
I did everything I could. The best doctors, the best hospital I could get into. She had a nice room, didn't she? Semi-private, no wards or anything. I paid the nurse extra to put her next to the window. She loved looking at that tree every day. It was worth whatever it cost.
It was a great tree, Pop.
Do you remember how long she was in that hospital? Remember, Artie?
A long time.
Almost 4 months. She wanted to go home because of the money, but I knew she wouldn't get the same care at home. Even with a private nurse, they don't always show up. And with this war, you're lucky to find one.
I know, Pop.
We're not rich people, boys. I know that doesn't come as a surprise to you, but I'm going to tell you something now I've hoped I've never had to tell you in my life. The doctors, the hospital cost me everything I had and everything I didn't have. And finally it cost me everything I was going to have. I was broke and I went into debt, into hawk. Only I didn't have anything left to hawk. So I went to a man, a Shylock, they call him, a loan shark, a money lender. I couldn't go to a bank because they don't let you put up heartbreak and pain as collateral. You know what collateral is, Artie? If you want to borrow $10, you have to give them something to hold that's worth $11. That's for their interest. A Shylock doesn't need collateral. His collateral is your desperation. So he gives you his money, and he's got a clock. And when you get your money, the clock starts. And what it keeps time of is your promise. If you keep your promise, he turns off the clock. And if not, it keeps ticking. And after a while, your heart starts ticking louder than his clock. This man becomes a cloud that darkens your life wherever you go. Understand something. This man kept your mother alive. It kept that tree outside her window. It was his painkillers that made her last day bearable. And for that, I'm grateful. Jay, remember what I taught you about taking things from people?
Never take because you'll always be obligated.
So you never take for yourself, but for someone you love, there comes a time when you have no choice. There's a man in New York I owe a lot of money to, $9,000. I don't have $9,000. I could work and save 4 more years and I won't have $9,000. He wants his money this year. To his credit, I'll say one thing. He sent flowers to the funeral, no extra charge on my bill.
Pop,
Let me finish. There is no way I can pay this man back. So what'll he do? Kill me? Maybe. If he kills me, he not only loses his money, it'll probably cost him again for the flowers for my funeral. My funeral. Don't look worried. I'm not going to die. I wouldn't tell you all this if there wasn't a happy ending. I needed a miracle. And the miracle happened. This country went to war. A war between us and the Japanese and the Germans. And if my mother didn't come to this country 35 years ago, I could have been fighting for the other side. Except I don't think they're putting guns in the hands of Jews over there. And if I didn't marry a mother and have 2 children to support, I'd be fighting for this side. I'm too old. So neither side needs me and neither side wants me, except the man with the ticking clock. Let me tell you something. I love this country because they took in the Jews. They took in the Irish, the Italians, and everyone else. Remember this. There's a lot of Germans in this country fighting for America, but there are no Americans over there fighting for Germany. I hate this war, and God forgive me for saying this, but it's going to save my life. There are jobs I can get now that I could never get before, and I got a job. I'm working for a company that sells scrap iron. I thought you threw scrap iron away. Now they're building ships with it. Without even the slightest idea of what I'm doing, I can make the $9,000 in less than a year.
that's great, Pop.
Don't say it till I finish. The factories that I would sell to are in the South, Georgia, Kentucky, Louisiana, Texas, even New Mexico, places that I never thought I'd see in my lifetime. I'd be gone about 10 months, leaving in trains, buses, hotels, any place I can find a room. We'd be free and clear and back together again in less than a year, okay? So now comes the question, where do you 2 live while I'm gone? There is a deafening silence as Jay and Artie turn and look at each other.
God, it's so hot in here.
Please, Pop, don't make us live here. That's what you're thinking, isn't it?
I have no choice, Jay. I don't know where else to turn.
Why can't we stay where we are?
I gave the apartment up. I told the landlady yesterday.
You gave it up?
She raised the rent. Everybody's looking to make money out of this war. And the truth is, by the end of the year, it'll be 11,000. While I'm away, the clock doesn't stop ticking. Okay, so that's going to be the place we stop, or on the top of page 25. We'll continue in the next audio. Thank you for listening. Hope you're enjoying the play.